format for tonight, as usual, is if you have any questions, put it in chat. For my YouTube viewers, they're going to put it in there in the YouTube chat. And I do my very best to make sure that I don't miss anybody's chat. I do rely on my husband sometimes well, not sometimes, I rely on him more than just sometimes, to let me know if I maybe have missed a chat here or there, because I'm keeping an eye on several monitors going on at one time. So if you see me looking different directions, that's why I am looking in different directions. And also, I like to make this interactive. So while we're playing at I Love Maj, which we're going to head over there in just a second, I might ask you for a vote on which way should I go. It makes it fun. Sometimes I go with the majority rules, and there are times where I just have to make a decision on my own. And sometimes you don't even answer when I ask you to vote. So I have to make my own decisions. But anyway, it's all fun, it's all good, and it's all about helping you build your Mahjong skills and become a better player, because God knows there's a lot to this game for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and head over to I Love Maj. And then my dear friend Agnes is always at the top of the rung, so she's got to give me a 2 thumbs up or a 1 thumbs up. Can you see the I Love Maj screen? And I've got her 1 thumb up. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay. And now we are officially at the I Love Maj game launch pad. If you've never experienced I Love Maj, you'll have to come in and check it out. I do all my live streams here. I have been using this site since it first came out because I was blown away at how intuitive it was. Yeah, there's a lot of sites out there right now, trust me, but not all of them have the exercise room levels, different levels of bot intelligence built in. And I just am a believer of this site. I'm such a believer that I became an affiliate of theirs many years ago. So if you do like what you see tonight and you want to sign up for this site, you will use my affiliate code. Well, please use my affiliate code, uppercase D, uppercase B for Debbie Barnett, and you'll get 3 weeks to try it out for free instead of 2. All right, so what is the exercise room? It's a place for you to learn the card. If you are a newer player, this is where you want to come in and hang out. You go through all the hands, make the hands, make sure you read what's in parentheses so that you can make sure you understand that flexibility that's provided or limitations that's provided in the parenthetical, and make the hands more than one way as you're going through those exercises. Charleston practice is wonderful. And when you're done with that, you could choose to use the same tiles to try again, or you can just continue on and complete a full game. So there's a lot of fun options there. What hand is that is really important for beginners. That is recognizing the exposures on your opponent's rack. As a beginner, you've got a lot to keep an eye on, but this is an important part of getting to be a better player, is thinking about what you're doing based on what your opponents have exposed up there. I go through a lot of that tonight about when and why and how and all that good stuff when we're picking and discarding. So you'll get a lot of that tonight. The last 2 exercises are more fun. Module is like Wordle with Mahjong tiles, and Heavenly Hands is if you were dealt, or I should say picked in. There's no dealer in Mahjong. But if you were to have picked in tiles that were a Mahjong, and that can only be the East player because they're the only ones that have 14 tiles to start, then you would have to rearrange those tiles to make it into an actual Mahjong. So please do consider checking it out. It's really great. And then the game Launchpad, we play with bots here, but you could schedule a game with friends or join them at a personal table. We're not going to go over too much detail on these items tonight. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at mahjongteacher1@gmail.com, mahjong with 1G, the number 1, and then at gmail.com. So feel free. I am always available to help you guys with anything you need. They also have Siamese Mahjong. If you like Siamese, it's the only site that has the official Siamese Mahjong game. So check that out too. Now, playing with bots, you have a choice, just for fun or official. We do official tonight. If you're a new player, you can play just for fun. I am not a total fan of enable practice mode because I want you to use your own brain to think about your decisions and what hand you're going to be playing. I don't want you to get into if it could be an easy crutch to use the enable practice mode. And sometimes the hands that are suggested might have more tiles, but they may be a more challenging hand. So that hand might be something that we would use as a backup hand, and you might see it up at the top and use it as the hand that you play instead of even knowing about flexibility of keeping track of more than one thing at a time, which is what we do tonight. The game is all about that. The game should be called flexibility instead of mahjong. I've been saying that for years now, but it doesn't sound as good as mahjong. So anyway, just for fun, if you do it, what the difference is between that and official. Just for fun does not record your statistics. It doesn't record what hands you've won. It doesn't record how you stack up to other players that are playing because there is a rating. Look, all of these tabs up here give you a ton of information about I Love Maj. So come in and check all of that out. In the meantime, the bot level, we're going to play official game, and the bot level is pretty important. I do discuss this every single week. Standard is a beginner bot that did not have formal in-person training. Shame on you, my bot friend. But if you want to make more mahjongs as a newer player, play standard level 1. I was showing somebody on Monday how to use this, and I wanted to give them an example. And of course, they passed flowers during the Charleston. One of them passed a pair. I don't know, there were a couple of crazy things. And we made mahjong like pretty quickly. But that's good because you want to get a couple mahjongs under your belt. When you do, move up to intermediate. That's more realistic and how most people do play today at an intermediate to even advanced level. So we're going to go ahead and launch the game, and I don't see any more messages there. And let me see, in YouTube, I do have a few messages. We've got I think it's KL Anderson, maybe, watching from Brooklyn and playing for a year. And Janet Howe, who's here every week, said she thinks her daughter is also online. I will introduce her. Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Playing 2 weeks. Yay. Well, welcome. And I am sure that you have made your mama proud for starting to play this game, because I think that's one of the things we all want, is to have our kids learn the game. My daughter just learned when I went out to visit her in Colorado recently. Actually, she got a head start before I even got there. And my son and daughter-in-law and grandkids have been playing for several years now. Oh, it's just such a fun thing to do as a family. So let's go ahead and launch the game. Did I do that pretty quickly? I always feel like I spend so much time with that little intro, but it's a must. So thank you guys for being here every week and listening to that. Okay, if you get this open to live games and you're in here for the first time, just say no, because you'll get invited to somebody's table and you have no idea whether they're an advanced player, a beginner, or somewhere in between. queen. Okay, so that's pretty important. And let's see, we've got, this is where you can change it again if you decide, you know what, I want to try level 2 this time. You could change it there. The last thing I need to explain is about the timer. The timer, when you have it on, will count down. It is like when you play in person and you're making a decision about a tile that gets discarded, it's how long it takes for you to make a decision as to whether you're going to call it. As a new player, it's very common to hear wait, pause, hold up a lot. But that gives a lot of information to your opponents, but it is common in the beginning and, you know, it's expected. All right. But this is a good little thing to use. If you start with 10 seconds, there'll be a pause button if you see that you're running out of time. Get down to 4 seconds. Then you know you're a really fast player. You're probably ready for tournament play at that point. Or just leave it off if you don't want to be bothered. Of course, tonight we leave it off because we don't want to have to worry about pressing a pause button. Oh my goodness. All right. So now we're going to, okay. And don't forget, if you're coming in new for the first time, make sure the 2026 card is checked.
First Charleston.
All right, here we go. We now have our tile sitting in front of us. And the first thing I do, and when everything I tell you is how I teach my students, and it's also how I play. So first thing is I like to sort by suits. We have this nice nifty little automatic sort button. And I do normally put my Winds and Dragons down to the right for no other reason than I'm just used to doing that. Winds and Dragons are on the right side of the card. It's like put flowers up front because they're on the front end of the hands. I don't know, maybe that's the reason. But the next thing I do is I look at my suit tiles and I see if there are any multiples, not multiples of the same number, like 8, multiples of the same tile. A pair, a pung, if you were lucky enough to get a Kong. Okay, I hope you guys know what those terms mean. Pung, 3 of a kind, 3 like tiles in a group. A Kong, 4 like tiles that make a group. You need a cute way to remember it. Well, somebody told me, a friend of mine told me a cute way, and I teach that now all the time. P stands for puny, and K stands for King Kong. P is the smaller grouping, and King Kong is the bigger grouping. We need to know these terms. Pung, Kong, quint, sextet this year. We got a sextet, 2 hands with flower sextets. Because they're all over the card. And that's the terminology that we learn when we play American Mahjong. And on a side note, there's all new terminology that I've been using since I'm 26 years old and never heard anything else but things like pick and discard, exposure, racking tiles. Nowadays, all of a sudden, it's draw and lay down or put down, or what other things, draw, meld. All of these things are new out there because there aren't people teaching or putting information out that don't really know the standardized rules of the game, the standardized terminology. And I've been really wanting to say all that, so I'm so happy I put it in there. Okay, let's get back to these tiles. We don't have any multiples, okay? Except we do have 2 souths, but we're going to first work with our suit tiles. When you have no multiples, we'll have games with multiples, at least I hope we do, and I do have a joker. What I do is put my tiles into evens and odds. First thing I do is put them into evens and odds. I have 5 evens and I have 4 odds. I also have that really pretty north and south. And when you know the card, you know north and south go with odds. And east and west go with evens. East for even, then the others north and south, the second letter O for odd. Somebody told me that. If that helps you remember it all. I really wish that we had two wests and an east here instead of two norths and souths, because it's almost as if I want to be like, oh, let's just forget about those pretty even tiles right now and let's just work on that. But I don't think I'm going to do that at this point. Anyway, the next thing is that I don't pass dragons if I can help it. Okay, that's if I can help it. Hard, fast rules, don't pass flowers if you can help it. And don't pass pairs. Flowers are in over 50% of the hands. They're very valuable. You don't know whether you're going to be playing a hand with flowers at this point in the game, nor do you know whether you're going to be playing with dragons at this point in the game. No, we don't have any idea. So why would you give them away? I usually know why sometimes a beginner gives them away is because they don't know their dragon to suit matches. That's something you really need to learn and try and memorize, because it will otherwise prohibit you from really playing the full card, which is what we want to do. All right, now within these even numbers, we have like numbers with 4s, and we have like numbers with 8s. So right away, we've created some flexibility on the left side of the panel by knowing that we have that 2, 4, 6, 8 even category and any like numbers. Am I worried or freaking out because I need to pick a hand right now? Absolutely not. That's not how the game works. So if that's how you're thinking, if that's how a teacher taught you, pick one hand and stick with it from the beginning, it's going to be hard to change it later. It really is. I'm telling you, I've been working with adult learners for many, many years now, and changing habits is so challenging. Okay, let's go to the next step. We're going to go one level higher at this point. I do want to, again, I wish the north and south were different, but I'm going to break up a south. I'm going to try not to do the north and south together because of the fact that north and south go with those odds, and in the odd category too, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, they're in there. What else might I keep in here? So I'll look at the tiles and I see I've got some low end numbers, 2, 4, 2 and 4s. Maybe I'll keep the 1 and 3, because the 1 and 3 and the 2 and 4 are all low end run numbers. So now we're kind of looking at, oh, maybe consecutive run, maybe something in there could happen. I'd even like to keep the 5, because in the runs, there are 5 total numbers. Now we have 1 through 5 right now. And in that consecutive run section, there's 1 suit, 2 suits, 3 suits. So we don't know what's going to be. So if I wanted to keep all that, I don't have another tile to pass. So I've got to figure out what one I'm going to get rid of right now. And I'm going to have to do one. My choice is probably going to be this one. Why? I got to give you explanations why. Only because I do have 1, 4, 5, maybe, or maybe not. Let me think it through. Let me put this here. 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe instead I'll do the 3. Okay, so my reasoning is merely because, now remember, we're going to have eventually little teeny bits of things. We're not going to have full hands at this point. But I know in the consecutive run section, there's a 3 suit mixed suit run. Mixed suit run, second from the bottom on the right side. So maybe that's why I made that decision. Getting to the level of really being able to get down to this point might take you time, but if you come in here every Wednesday night, eventually things are going to be like, oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep that for now. And I'm going to pass this. And I got another even tile. I'm gonna put my suits together. I like to keep my suits together when I'm working in a category because that's how they are shown. But of course, we have like numbers with fours, and that could be those category tiles right there too. So it doesn't make much of a difference. I'm just going to keep it like that for now. All right, we now got another south in, oh, and a 5 in. Yikes. All right, so let me see if we did. Do we have a mixed suit thing going on here? We have, I know we got 4 or 5 right there. So look at this here. This could become a 2 suit run, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could become a 2 suit run with 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And it's also a 3 suit run with, nope, that's not the right one. 2, yep, nope, hold on. No, we don't have a 3 dot, so we can't do that. All right, so anyway, 2 suit, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But now we've got this north and south. Oh my God. We gave a south and we got one. So there's 3 souths in the Charleston. This is really troubling to me. And for me to go with those 5s and just say north south with 5s, oh my goodness. That's limiting my flexibility so greatly. Yikes. I could even do 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So I'm really going to be having a challenge. So I think I'm going to keep my like numbers with 4s. I'm going to keep my 8s. I mean, I'm going to not keep my 8s. And so here's my thinking. Keeping like numbers with 4s right here for any like numbers. Don't know what line, what hand it's going to be. I have no clue. I'm kind of giving up right now on 2, 4, 6, 8 based on what's going on and what's come in. But in this, with these 5 cracks here, which is now a multiple, I can make 4 2 suit 4 number in a row for consecutive run. And I know there's just 2 suit run in there. Maybe it'll turn out to be a 3 suit. I don't know. But we're going to do this, and we'll do this. Is that nice? Like numbers with 8s? Sure. I could find something good about almost every pass. I like that it's 8s in the north, because those don't go together at least, but I think this is what I'm going to do right now. There's so many good things I could be doing. I could stick in 2, 4, 6, 8 and try to make something happen in there. But now those 5s, I want to work with those 5s. Oh, interesting. Remember early on I said, oh gee, oh gee. So let's see. East and west with even numbers. We got that in. Wow, this is really challenging. Every Wednesday night, this site gives me a run for my money because it says, well, you're the one who said you wanted to teach on Wednesday night, so well, we're not going to make it easy for you. But I'm like, wait, my beginners, this is a lot to keep an eye on. All right, so let's see. We'll go ahead with the 1. Gee, you guys, I am just really struggling here. Like numbers with 4s, east and west with 4s. And then the 5s, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 with dots, or 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Did any of you see anything else that you might suggest? Just let me know if you see anything else. I mean, I'm like at the point where I'm going to have to, I believe I'd have to give up the 2 or the 3 and just go for it. 3 bam, 4 dot, 5 crack. 3 bam, Oh, 4 dot, mixed suit run. Okay, so we need to do the 2, correct? Oh, then somebody else said 1 north, 2 east, 3 west. 1 north, 2 east, 3 west. Wow, that would really be a far stretch in my book right now because you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 in one suit. Don't know that I'm going to go there, Rena. Oh, not over something else. Not a hand with a lot of singles right now, and I only have 2. Oh no, I have the 1, 3, and 4. I do have the 1, 3, and 4. Let's see. 1 north, which I gave already. 2 east, 3 west. All right, 2 east, 3 west, and 4 south. That's that hand. We're going to have to take a vote. Gee, this is going to be like crazy. All right, doing this, I could keep the 4s, but then I would not want to. Yeah, the north and south may come back. You're absolutely right. They may come back. So either I do this and go for this hand, we'll call it Rena's hand if we make it, break up the 5, or keep the 5s and break up one of the 4s. Oh my God, that's a pretty hand, Rena. If we could pull that off. What do you say? Would you do the 4? This is really cool. I like this one. I like it. I think I want to try it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do it. Okay. All right. All right. We're doing it. And this will be Rena's hand. If Rena or Rena, I hope I might be saying it wrong. So let's do it. Why not? We could do a blind pass, but we want to maximize what we get in, don't we? We really do. But, ooh, I hate to give that away. Let's see. What did I have here? Oh, Rena first way. I said it right. It's almost like if we're going to go for that, I'd almost rather do this and try to hold that red and not pass it, which I'm going to make the decision to do that right now. Oh boy, we didn't get anything in yet, but doesn't mean we won't. We're going to continue the Charleston, aren't we? Absolutely. What's Debbie's rule? Don't stop it unless you do not have 3 tiles to pass. 3 tiles that also, they must make sense. So if you only had two suit tiles and a flower, you wouldn't want to pass that. You could stop the Charleston. That's a really good reason. Or you were ended up with a pair and 1 other tile. That's a really good reason. We're continuing right now.
Second Charleston.
And we're just going to pass out what we got in. A little worried about that north not coming back right now. We're on the second across. We'll keep the flower there for, the red's there for a little bit. And we'll do this right now. We'll do the 4. We're kind of in a real, yeah, that's what, oh, we got the north back. Okay, 1 north. We need a 2 bam for 2 east. We need a pair of east, 3 west, 4 south. So that's working its way very nicely right now. And I guess, well, we could keep the reds in case we have to go to we have to pivot to a 3, 1, 2, 3, maybe with the 2 cracks in the middle, the consecutive run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one down. Maybe we'll do that. I'm going to keep the 5 crack because we sent 1 out. So that would be smarter to keep that. Ooh, let's see what happens. Oh my God, I hope I get one more tile right now.
Courtesy pass.
No, not quite, not quite, but we'll do two. And we didn't get anything else in, so there is a south in somebody's hand. And that bot was probably smart enough to know that they should hold it unless they're also playing north and south. I have seen that happen more than you would believe. Or maybe they're doing one of the news hands, the 369 fourth hand down, or the 2026. I don't know. All right, let's talk about prioritizing discards. I always like to get rid of the tiles that come back at the end of the Charleston. Remember somebody said, maybe you'll get the tile back. And I didn't get it back. So what if my opponent said the same thing? Not that these bots do that, but they're intelligent. And they were hoping they would get back a 2 dot or a 9 bam. So getting those out early makes sense, to get them out early and not hold on to them, because beginners will often think, well, that was junk going around, so why should I throw those out? But it's actually happened many times to me, where I discard right now the 2 dot or 9 bam, and one of my opponents calls it. And then you're going to say to me, but then why would you throw it if they're going to call it? Because if they're going to call it, I'd rather them call it now for an exposure. Maybe I pressured them into calling it based on what else is in their hand, and now they've exposed something. But I don't want to hold it and have them build their hand up in the meantime, and then I discard it for Mahjong. That's right in the line of my fresh tile strategy. Fresh tiles out first, and then duplicate, then triplicate. You know, you'll have plenty of time to do all that. But the other priority is the 5 crack, because I sent one out and somebody's sitting with it. So if my bot friends aren't playing with that other south, they'll be very smart to discard that right away, because I can't call it unless I use the joker. Now, because everything else except for the west are singles, then, oh no, there's a pair here too. Then we might end up having to call that south early, because I then won't know if the other south is in the very end of the wall. Okay, enough said. I'm doing the 5 first.
5 crack. Flower. Flower.
This is going to be
6
fun to
bam.
see if we have to pivot anywhere too. So, okay, so I move this in and I do this.
2 dot. 7 crack. 9
I don't
bam.
want to forget to keep a low end, like a 2 crack, in my hand if I get it for that pivot
2 crack.
hand. There's like that hand, like that tile I would have liked.
Call. 6 crack.
All right, well, I guess that's not going to happen. Maybe it will, who knows? Maybe I'll get the other ones. But if I do, I'm going to want to do a joker exchange. So there we go.
So.
Okay, so move that in, and now I'm going to, oh, so now I see the 9 bam did go out. Okay, so now I'm going to look to see what's fresher, and that would be the 7 or the 5. Doesn't really matter at this point which one. I'll do that 7.
7 bam. 2 bam. East.
Now there goes 1, 2 bam. So we've got to think about that as our tiles go out. And there's an east. So 1, 2 bams out, 1 east. So that we have to keep a close eye on that.
3 crack.
Okay, and that is, I think we're gonna hold that if we can, or maybe a backup hand. 3, 4 crack 5 bam, or 1 through 5. I don't know, little bit of nothing right now, but we'll see what happens. And this is a toughie. This was a toughie. Committing to that hand, we know we need to have some backups, right?
5 dot. 3 bam.
Okay, there is a 3 bam, which what I would have liked to have had it in my hand possibly.
Flower.
For our backup hand.
1 crack.
3 flowers out already. We now have another joker, so that's good. And we do have a 9 bam to discard. So we are going to have to pay close attention to what else is going on. If anything, I'll probably be backing up with some kind of a 4 number run or the 5 number run and end up getting rid of these reds, but let's just see how it goes.
9 bam, 4 dot. Call, 6 bam.
Okay, so we have a 4 dot. So you see that 4 dot was a fresh tile, and Agatha needed it to put up a Kong with no jokers. So if I looked at the table and I said, oh no, there's no 4 dots out, I'm really scared. And look, Joe has 2s and he could be playing in the evens. And oh, I'm not going to throw that. I'm going to throw everything else that I can. Maybe I'll even break up my own hand. No. At this point, we have 81 tiles left in the game. This is good to have an exposure as opposed to holding a tile. 88 tiles, we start with 99. Let's think of this game in thirds, and it helps us decide what we do. First third, the first 33 tiles, you play pretty quickly. Don't worry about what you're getting out. Fresher the better. And don't hold others' tiles. That's all I can say. Oh, now we got 2 5s. Okay. So I am going to vote that I need to get rid of the reds because I have no guarantee if I will get that pair in that opposite number to play 3, 4 crack, 5 bam. So that is what I will discard. And I think my husband said red while I was already saying that I'm going to discard the reds, but I'm hoping that's what he's saying. So that is what I'm going to do right now. We're going to get out the red.
Red, 6 crack, 5 dot. North.
Okay, we don't have to worry about that. And again, I look right now and I see that there's no 8s out. So I'm going to do the 8 before the red.
8 dot. Call, west.
And that's the reason I don't want to hold it. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I really, really do. Because if Joe has a lot of jokers or he's got a good hand, holding that 8 any longer than I did would not be good. Okay, so we have a west that just went out. If I commit to this hand, what do we need? We need a 2 bam and an east. We need one or the other if we call and we're able to call these 2 exposures before those tiles go out. That's what it looks like. So, Rena, do you want me to go for it and try this hand? Does anybody else say go for it? I have a yes. I have a go for it from Rena. I have a yes from Randy. Who else? Who else wants to give me a Kathy says yes. So, oh, I've got lots of yeses. Okay. So we are going to go for it. So I'm calling, and now we are, oh, if I didn't say it, I'm so sorry, but we're doing Winds and Dragons, line number 6. 6-1 down. That's the hand that we're building right now. We're going to call the West for a pung. Maybe somebody will take my West. Then I'll call the South and somebody will take my South and we'll be jokerless. Haha, that would be beautiful. Okay, here we go. Call, pung.
Call.
And now I will do the red and then I'll do the 5s after. If you guys don't know about joker bait is a really fun thing. It does happen, not all the time. But joker bait is when you're holding pairs that you realize you don't need, and then you discard one of them, and one of your opponents calls it, puts up a joker. You get to do a little joker bait on the next round. So we'll do the red first.
Red, joker swap, 8 crack.
Thank you so much, Wes, for taking my joker. Now, would somebody please throw the south for me? I would really appreciate that. And here we go, ignore.
Flower.
Another flower, that's the fourth flower.
8 bam.
Okay, again, we have no sixes out, and that says get it out right now. Oh, there is 1 6 out. I'm not so worried, but it still could be somebody's tile. So anyway, we'll get it out.
6 crack, south.
Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, we're gonna call that for a Kong.
Call.
Now somebody take my south. Okay, so we need, what do we need? We need an east and we need a 2 first, one or the other. So
5 bam.
we're getting
1
there,
crack.
but we don't even need it. Shoot, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Oh, man. All right.
1 crack. Green.
Oh, wrong wind. Wrong wind. Well, we could hold it. The only backup hand that we have is right now is line 1 on the left side. Line 1. And we're not going to really know, but before, I don't think we'll have a chance. But if for any reason we have 1 2 bam out, 3 more 2 bams go out before anything happens, we can switch to that. That's our pivot hand right now. Okay, now the Joker. The Joker. If I do the Joker, then I do have to make a decision on what I'm discarding. Oh my God, I just realized that. We do want to take the Joker. The reason is there's still 1 more 5 bam out there. And if we don't take the Joker, we're going to let one of our opponents get it. Oh, frustrating. Frustrating, frustrating. Okay. Now we'll take it. Wes, may I have your Joker, please? Thank
Joker
you.
swap.
All right. Let's look at this hand. Our backup. So our backup hand, right now there's 1 east out. There's still 2 left. The safer hand is this hand, pivoting to this hand. We go the other way, and the 2 bams go out before we have 2 east, or the 2 east go out before we have our 2 bam. Our hand is belly up, and we're going to have given up an opportunity to pivot. So now, that's cute, Kathy. Call it the wind, Mahara. Okay, so how do we pivot? Robbie said. Oh, you said never mind. Okay, so it's Winds and Dragons, first hand on the left side. What would you guys do? I mean, I would want to be able to stay in the game as long as possible. And pivoting to a hand that I can call and use jokers in everything certainly makes more sense. And Rena, I'm sad that we might have to give this up. So, Randy, you said play this hand. Which one is this hand? Is it line 1 or line 5? Which one, sweetheart? Line 5. Oh, Randy wants me to stay with the 1 north. Okay, I need a vote. Give me a vote. I've got 1 so far for the 5th one. Oh, the 6th one, Randy said. For the 5th one. I mean, 6th one. So who wants me to do 6 and who wants me to do 1? Stay with 6. I've got 2, 2 to 1, 2 1s, 2 2s, pivot to 1, pivot to 1. Agnes, what would you do? Any of my higher level players? What would you do? Agnes says 1. Debbie says 1. We have lots of 1s. Oh, Phyllis. I don't know if that's my Phyllis or not. You're all my Phyllises, but I don't know if it's my Phyllis. But anyway, yeah. Okay. I think we need to pivot to line 1. And I know it may or may not work out. Joe could have a great, beautiful hand. But we're going to do it. I'm so sorry that we have to do this, you guys, but we do. Pivoting now. And what would be the priority to pivot? Okay, someone said it's safer because there are no jokers still available to trade. So, well, there's an 8 available and the 2 crack available. Oh, Joe, there are jokers. Yeah, sorry, I read that wrong. There are jokers available. I rarely get them though, don't I? Okay, so what is the priority here? That's another thing got to think about, right? What's the priority to get out? Are there any 1 BAMs? No. Are there 3 BAMs out? 1. Are there 4 BAMs out? None. That means I need to get both of those out right now. So we're going to go ahead and start with that and then work our way down. Yikers, yikers.
1 BAM, red.
I actually, 3 tiles away from Mah Jongg right now.
Joker swap, 7 BAM.
Oh my, look at that.
9 BAM.
Oh my God, my husband's in the other room laughing. He's laughing. Look at that. Is that a killer? Yes. Yes. I know. I know. It's ridiculously crazy, isn't it? All right, we're just going to stick with our plan. Look, we can't, I mean, what can we do? All right, let's get the 4 out because that one is the fresher of the tiles. Oh, it's so much
4
fun.
BAM, call,
I
9
love,
crack.
oh, I'm so happy I got it out sooner than later. See, I didn't want to hold that tile too long. That's for sure.
So,
Now we've got 4, 5. Oh, let's look at Joe. Joe's got 2, 4, crack, 6, 8 dot. Line 1B for that hand. Line 1B for that baby. All right. And then Wes, 4, 5, bam. And then 6, 7, either in bams, cracks, or dots. You could get really good and start looking at the table and figure out, oh, there's 2 6 bams out, 2 7 bams out. It's probably not 6 and 7 bam. And stuff like that. When you get even better, you'll be able to not think so much about what you're doing and think about those fun things.
green.
Okay. And 8. Okay, we don't need that. And now everything is out, so we're going to start duplicating. There is an advantage on the computer to see what went out the earliest. So if you want to go to that level, get out what went out the earliest. So it would be the 2 and then the 3. Move that over. And I'd say the 2 is probably more of a priority. If I give somebody Mah Jongg at this point, we're now into the middle game, the second 33 tiles. I just say congratulations, but I certainly am not gonna, I want to make my hand. So if I want to
Bam,
make
Joker
my
swap,
hand,
9 dot.
I gotta get those tiles out.
BAM. 8 crack.
Okay, we've got 4, 5, could be 6, 7 with dots. Again, I'm going to get it out. I'm not holding it. So if I give Wes Mah Jongg, I'll just say, good job, Wes.
7 dot. Call, 7 crack.
That's what I kind of thought. Now he's got 3 exposures. In my home games, at this point, I would play defensively because I have to pay for the whole table if I give Mah Jongg to 3 exposures when I'm playing with my friends.
7 crack. 9 crack.
He's gonna Maj. If he doesn't Maj, I'll be surprised. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now we've got a hot tile right there, and it's we're just into the middle game. Heated up sooner than I would even want this to be happening. And so I have to think this through. Do I want to take a chance? I know Wes is the one that did one Joker exchange. I don't know if I was paying attention to the other, but this definitely could be a mahjong for Joe. You know, my hand was not coming in good, so I don't know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to wait. I think at this point, if my hand were forming better, I would probably go ahead and get it out. But now that Wes has this going on, pretty sure he's going to Maj before I have a chance to get what I'm getting. Just as a gut feeling right now that I think I need to just hang on right now. So I'll do the 3. Yeah.
3 bam. 1 dot. Call. 6 bam.
So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot. That's our pong, pong, kong, kong line number 4. Yep. Oh my goodness. Agatha, may I have your joker, please? Oh,
Joker
my
swap.
God, my God, my God. All right. Now both need 2 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who needs 2 dots? Both need 2 dots. 2, 4 crack. 6, 8. Which one? I'm confused. Okay, so anyway, Agnes, tell me which other 8 BM. Get the 8 BM out. Now keep in mind, this is what I talk about when I say getting tiles out and fresh tiles out early. If I get rid of the 8 BM and I get in another joker or that I have an opportunity to call a tile, then I've let Joe get even closer to mahjong. So it's almost like get it out now or never. Oh, both guys need 6 dots. Oh, 6 dots. Oh, I thought somebody said 2 dots. I'm sorry. Yes. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So that's the question right now. Thank you, Phyllis. That's the question. Do I take a chance? I have 2 jokers and there are 2 showing. There's still 4 more somewhere. Let's assume Agatha has 1. Joe has 1 more. They're sharing their 6 dots. So the chances are really good that it's not mahjong, right? No one needs the 8 BM. Exactly. That's exactly why we don't want to throw it now. Okay, can anybody tell me whether or not they understand? Just seriously, because this is the hardest thing in the world. All right. For my experienced players, what would you discard right now? I just want to hear from you, and then I'm going to explain it again. It's hard. I need to know. Randy, Phyllis, Agnes. Agnes says get rid of the 4 crack. Phyllis says discard the 4 crack. And then I'm going to explain it again. I'm going to talk about it again because it's that important. Randy says the 4 crack. I've got 3 high-level experienced players agreeing with me. So let's talk it through. Can this 4 crack be Joe's mahjong? It could be. He's loaded with the rest of the jokers. It could be. 100% it could be. Especially since there are none out. We could have 2 of them. However, if I hold the 4 crack right now and throw the 8 out, which we know is a safe tile to throw out, And then on the next round, Joe picks up another joker or another 4 crack. Then it's a definite mahjong. So when is it better to take a chance? Now or wait until Joe has some more chances to pick lucky tiles? And what happens if I wait a couple of rounds and all of a sudden I get an opportunity to call the north or the east? I'm going to have to throw the 4 then several rounds later, and it could be a guaranteed at that point. Does that make any sense? Oh my God. Okay. Joe, if this is Mahjong, congratulations. I want to win my hand. I'm getting it out and taking a chance right now. Okay, here we go.
4 crack. Call. Green.
So it was only a call for exposure. Had I waited, it would have been Mahjong. Not guaranteed, but pretty good chances.
5 crack.
Okay, so we're good to go with that tile as well as the 8 bam. Yay.
3 bam. Joker swap. 3 crack. Flower. 6 bam.
Okay, and we don't have to worry about that guy either.
Red. 2 bam.
Another 2 bam. That's a pain in the neck 2 bam.
Flower. 4 bam.
Okay, do we have to worry about this guy? We do not. We've got good safe tiles so far coming our way, which is really nice.
1 bam. 6 crack. 9 bam. 5 dot.
We're almost into the end game right now. So thankfully, we have safe tiles to discard. We know nobody needs a flower. Nobody needs the 8 bam.
Flower. 3 dot. Mah Jongg.
And Joe got his Mahjong. What did he pick? I don't know. I wish I knew what he picked up from the wall. Oh, it has to be at 6 dot. No, it doesn't have to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had the 3 exposures. Okay, so Joe won. Congratulations. Having to pivot, we did pretty darn good having to pivot to where we ended up. We could have won. We literally could have won. Agata's got the east up there. And Agata was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she was pretty, she was probably thinking at this point, I better not take any chances as well. So, I mean, especially with my west and south showing there, so she was probably. Okay, let's see. Show remaining tiles. We got a joker there. Another joker there. Let's see where our tiles are. All the way down the line. Look at that. Oh, east, right there, and north. So not pretty far down. Okay, well, that was fun. That was fun. I mean, it's a lot. It really is a lot to think about all of this stuff. But honestly, in the beginning, when you're learning all the rules and just trying to figure out hands, there's a lot of strategies that I talk about tonight that probably are very challenging or sound challenging to the beginner. But please know it's going to all come. It really, really is. So let's go ahead and start the next one and see what happens. See if we get any better tiles. We don't have any jokers this time. Let me move these down. We do have a multiple, which is kind of nice to start with. So I look at my tiles and Debbie does this. That's what I do when I'm sitting there and I say 8s, even numbers. Let's collect them. Let's not pass this. Nice amount of this. Now, what do we have here? We have 2026 and even numbers. Yep. I mean, I see a little like numbers with 6s and 2s, but because my eye is focusing on the 8 bams, I'm not going to think about any like numbers over those 8 BMs right at the moment. Now, in the 2026 category, there is a news hand. One of our 2 news hands this year, last line. So I think I'm going to keep the north and south, and this will be my choice. Very often when you collect what you're collecting, you end up with 3 or maybe 4 tiles to choose from. If you're doing a really good job at collecting stuff, it comes out like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I got an 8. So now I have to make a decision. And how do I make my decision? Well, I think about that hand with news is a single tile. Would I give up something else when I could have amazing things going on here in my 2, 4, 6, 8 category and give up something there to keep a north and a south? No, I'm going to break one of those up because those are singles, and there are also 2 pairs in that hand. So that's going to be my choice. I got a red, and let's see, 20, 26, 2026. You never know. I'm going to do, I mean, this is a pretty pass, and I could do a blind pass, but I want to try and break that up a little bit right now and do that. I could do a blind pass to make a better pass. Is it going to kill you to do it the other way? It's not going to kill you, but I think I'm going to do a blind pass and just break this up because I don't know. I might do that. Let's see what happens. All right, I got a 6 dot. And I am going to, of course, I'm going to continue because even though I have pretty tiles, I don't have just one hand at this point. I'm torn between lots of them, so I'm going to continue. It's going to be a challenge, but we'll figure it out together. We're going to do those 2 right now. And let's see what's going on here. Okay. So we've got a little bit of like numbers with 8s. Remember earlier, we didn't have that. So that's a possibility. We have like numbers with 6s, and that's a possibility. Now looking into the 2, 4, 6, 8 category, I like to try and think of a pung pung kong kong line 1 possibility. There's nothing quite strong even with that, except for we've got 6 and 8, and it could be 2, 4 crack or 2 dot, 4 dot, 6, 8. That could be something we keep. If we wanted to try, I love the hands with the singles up front, and that would be the second and third from the bottom. I really like those. We try to work with our reds. It seems like it's always the opposite of what I need. It would be maybe 2, 4, 6, 8 with 6s, or yeah. I think a combination of those. My thinking is that the 2 dot is the one tile that maybe is not as needed right now. So I'm going to do that. And I got another 8, so that doesn't help me in that case. But what I like to do is play around with those different things that could happen with that second from the bottom and third from the bottom, which would be like this here. Oh, we got a little bit of everything. So now I have to figure out which one we get rid of for our second across. Like numbers with eights is definitely a good thing. I see that for sure. It's stronger than like numbers with sixes. I almost think the two crack. I almost think the two crack is going to go. So we're going to do that. Look at that. Like numbers is really coming in nice with eights right now. Very nice. Okay, so, well, we want to keep the dot for up front for that second or third from the bottom hand. I mean, I could keep it all. I'm just not so sure. I want to maximize what I get in. So one of them I want to keep up front. And it's so crazy because I mean that somehow those singles do come in, but I have my backups. I have my any like numbers category. So I'm good with that. So maybe I break one up. The 6 BAM, I believe, has been in my hand the entire time, which means I don't want to get rid of it. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to do just this. Don't think I need it. I really don't.
Courtesy pass.
Okay, 2 here.
6 BAM.
And we now have these two that we're going to start discarding. And the 6, we didn't break up. So the 6, I don't know. I don't think we're going to need it either. But anyway, these are all going to end up. There's a 6 right now, too. So ignore. So 99 tiles, we're now counting down.
Green.
And we just need some really, really good picks here. So I'm going to start with the 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I want to keep that for any reason? 8. Nah.
9 BAM. 5 crack. 7 dot. 1 BAM.
Another 9. All right, so we'll go ahead and get rid of the wins.
East. 9
I
BAM.
think the north was the one I was supposed to. Another 9 BAM. An 8 dot I would have liked in my
5
hand.
BAM.
We'll do the north.
North. North.
And then we'll do the 1.
6 crack. 2 dot.
Amazing, amazing. Anyway, we'll do the 1, the 6 went out. Now, see how early we get to double up what's up there already? Just, it happens very early. Okay, so we'll do the 1.
1 dot. East. 9 crack. 3 dot.
We never saw east and well, we had 1 east. I got rid of them.
West.
I could have held the
8
east and
BAM.
west for east-west. I didn't even think about that. That was kind of like dumb in a way. I'm just saying. I think I should have kept the east and the west now that I'm thinking about it. I can't retract that. But we do have an 8, and the 8 is falls under my silly strategy called the rule of 4. All right. What is the rule of 4? The rule of 4 is if you can use that Kong in more than one hand, you might as well go for it. And I could use it in the second, the third from the bottom, 2, 4, 6, 8, and any one of the any like numbers hands. I'll never recoup that. I would have to use a joker to fill it in. I'm going to go ahead and call it.
Call.
And I have now called it. So I have to make one of those hands. So we're going to go ahead and start just getting rid of these tiles. And I just need some jokers. That's all I need. I'm not asking for a lot. Interesting, because we don't need it, but I'll keep that anyway and get rid of it a little bit. I'll do these first. Since I have 2, somewhat a little safer, not 100%. Last year, this year, we've got an unusual card with any tile being hot till the very end, to the very last tile discarded.
9 BAM. 2 dot. 5 crack. 7 BAM.
Okay, I don't see a 4 crack. Yes, I do. They're all out. All of these guys are out already. This was early, so this one I know by computer it's early. On a regular table, you would not know remember when that went out. Maybe you would if you're a good tile counter. So we'll do this one.
6 bam, 8 dot,
There's 1 8 second 8
5
dot,
bam,
2 dot.
7 dot,
Now the 2 dots, I don't know. I hope I didn't send those out and forget that I was thinking of them, because I could do that. Sometimes I do that stuff.
3 crack,
I
3
get out
bam,
what I need and I'm not paying
South.
attention, but
1 crack, call, 3 bam,
oh, 1 crack. 2 jokers available for exchange.
joker swap, 9 dot,
That was
East.
fast. That was really fast.
6 crack, 1 bam, 9 crack, 9 dot,
Not really, but I think this is going to come down here probably. We don't need it. There's 1 out. Probably a good idea to get it out right now. And with the 1s, it might be good to get out all of these in case Joe's playing with like numbers. I am finding this to be a common thing lately where multiple people are playing any like numbers line 2, vying for the single dragons. So I'll go ahead and get that out right now.
so, East, 3 crack, West,
Okay, that would help us for line 3.
red, joker swap, 9 bam, 6
They
dot,
don't give anybody a
4 dot,
chance. They don't give anybody a chance. So that is not nice at all.
6 bam, 4 bam, 7 dot, 5
Now I
dot,
have no jokers, so I mean, if I even came close to winning this hand, it would be a miracle, wouldn't it? Okay, so 2 BMs. It sounds and looks and smells like it's fresh tile. It certainly is. I'm gonna get it out.
2 bam, 4 bam, 9 crack, 4 bam,
And our norths and souths, there were 2 up here back to back, 1 there, probably not needed. So
south, 7 bam, south, 6 crack,
oh my, where are all the jokers? Which one of
3
you guys
crack,
has all the
3 bam,
jokers?
5 bam, 9
Now we're
crack,
almost into the end game. At 33 tiles, we are into the end game. Now that's very nice, but where are my other tiles? My 8 dots, 2 are out. That is going to be a really risky proposition here. But
6 dot, green,
I just need 1 to get set.
so, 5
We're
crack,
doing good. We're doing good, you know.
west, 3 dot, 4 crack, 7 dot,
Somebody's holding them though. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening.
7 bam, west,
24 tiles left.
2 bam, 4 crack,
Isn't that funny? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Wes can't make that line 2 anyway. So I'm not worried because there's 3 soaps and I've got the 4th one. And I'm not going to probably get rid of it at this point. So we'll do this one.
red, 9 dot, south,
We're getting too
2
far,
bam,
too close down there now. We are way, 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 way down. So
green, 5 dot, 7
15
bam,
tiles left.
3 dot,
And certainly that is a hot tile. So when I'm playing, there's 1 right there, but it's the only one. And I will do this just to make sure I don't accidentally get rid of it. We'll do this one.
4 crack, 3 dot, 9 dot, 5 dot,
And what a shame. So close. So close. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 greens. So I can throw the soap now. And, you know, think about how many jokers are in their hands, right? Think about it. Could be hot. It could be hot. I mean, being smart, if they're playing, if anybody's playing 2024, let me just look really quick. 1, 2. So it could be 2, 0, 2, 6. How many 6 dots are out? 1. I'm just going to do a quickie. 1, 1, 2, 2. 2 cracks, 6 cracks. 1, 2. I see 2, 3, 6 bams. 1, 2, 3, 6 cracks. I'm trying to do a quick scan. I mean, this could be a 2026. I have 2 picks left. At this point, it does not make sense for me to not discard the safest tiles that could be. And the safest tiles are these right now. And these, right? All of these. So we're going to do it. I'm thrilled with how my hand came in. I really am. I know I can't always win, but I think we got to a good point. So we're going to do the 8.
8 crack, 1
See,
bam.
even the 8 crack, if somebody was needing the 2, 4, 6, 8 singles for 2, 4, 6, 8, even that could have been a hot tile. So I'm kind of like in a bad position no matter what.
8 dot.
Here's my 8 dot.
Joker.
Broke up their hand with the joker going out.
8 crack, joker.
We're gonna have a wall game.
6 bam. 5 dot. 8 crack, 3 bam. Wall game.
Okay. Wall games are good. There's 2 times wall games occur. Really beginner players who hold everybody else's tiles or very strategic higher level players. Those are times you see lots of them. And look at Joe's jokers. He has 6 jokers in his hand and 2 were discarded. 1 by Agatha and 1 by Wes, I believe. Yes, those were the other 2. Look at how nice my hand came in and no jokers. Jeez. Unbelievable. Oh, we gotta get a couple of mahjongs in. All righty. Let's start this little baby again. All right. Do we have multiples? Yes, we have 9s. All right, bye-bye. Excuse me, bye-bye, Kathy. Sorry about that. We have multiple 9s. And so I would be looking for other 9s. Nope. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Very weak. And we've got a 5. Very, not a real pretty set of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 tiles. And we do have the multiples, but I'm going to tell you that I like the 2, 4, 6, 8 evens better. We've got like numbers within there. I'm going to hold that east for east and west with evens for sure. I'm going to have to be very careful with those 9s. They may not even be something I can use. Not often are multiples totally something that just don't even look like you want to use them. But I mean, seriously, I'm not really happy with them. So I'm going to do this. And nothing else came in that I really want to even think about, except for maybe the 3 and the 1 for 1, 2, 3, the low end run numbers. I'm going to break this up. This is kind of crazy, but that's what I would be doing. I would be doing that, and I'm going to put these together right now. Okay, just like that. So we're going to do this. 1, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do that. And we are going to continue.
Second Charleston.
All right, so we have a nice little run here. We've got like numbers with twos. And 1, 2, 3, there's a lot of hands in consecutive that could be something we're looking at. So do I want to 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't think, we're heading toward either like numbers with twos or something in the run. Think I could do this right now and see what happens. 1 through 5, line 1 on the left side. That's nice. East and west with twos. That's nice. What would we do here? We would do that. I am always in this predicament. Is that not unbelievable, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 like numbers with twos. Wow. I'm not getting rid of that flower. I hate to say it, but I think I have to do one of these. It just, who knows which is the better choice at this point, because it's like, where's the luck gonna come in? I'm gonna get more west as soon as I get rid of it, more east as soon as I get rid of it. So I'm gonna do that. I really don't wanna even get rid of the one dot, but I have to. Another 2, okay, and an east. What did I tell you guys? I said I was gonna get it in. Now we've got 1 through 5 with the 1 crack and the 3 crack being in the pair position. Kind of weak. Will I get back a west? I don't know. I don't know. Let me think this through out loud. You're so pretty. Twos, east, west with twos. Any like numbers hold the east. I sure am holding the east. I wish I didn't get rid of the west. I told you that was going to happen. Why didn't you guys stop me? I want to try to get it back. So I know 1 through 5 is pretty, and I know that as a beginner, you would sacrifice other stuff and keep 1 through 5 because they are pretty matching suit tiles. But what I think of is the 1 is a pair, the 3 is the pair, and the 5 is a Kong, and 5 is harder to make than 3. And therefore, if 1 5 crack goes out, we're then weaker in that position. So I am going to do this and see if I can maximize it. I got 3 hands in any like numbers I could do, and I've got 1 in Winds and Dragons. That gives me good flexibility. I'm not unhappy.
Courtesy pass.
Oh my God. What in the world just went on? That's amazing. Okay, so we're going to do 3 tiles here.
So
We didn't get the west back, but it's a pung, so it's still a possibility.
8 dot.
And it's even more of a possibility when we have jokers. All righty, all 3 of these are new for at the end of the Charleston, so we're going to dump them all.
6 bam. Flower. Call. 5 crack.
Oh my God. Oh, Agatha. Do I want that? Because now I can do twos with east and west for sure. And then if I do that, look, I got that in. That is that I need a flower for that bottom hand. But here's the deal. If I don't take one of the jokers, they're going to both go. So I need to do that. And I think I'm going to have to be thinking about east and west with the twos. And if I get a lot of flowers, I could do line 1 of any like numbers. I got to do it.
Joker swap.
Thank you so much. You're so nice and kind. All right, so we're good. We definitely need another good pick to get to call everything we need to call for east, west, and jokers up as west. Oh my God, that would be
5
crazy.
bam. 6 crack. 4 crack. West.
I'm letting the first one go. I'm not putting it up right now with 2 jokers. I don't want two to be available. I'm going to let it go. That's a little bit more advanced. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to go.
3 bam, 6
I'll
dot.
call the next one.
So 3 crack, 8 crack, 7 crack, 2 crack,
Okay, that we'll call for sure. We're going to call it con.
call 4 crack, 4 dot. 3 crack, 4 bam,
Both of these are, not out, so they're both fresh. Fresher than fresh.
1 bam, call 7 bam, 1 dot, 1 dot,
Oh, Wes. Darn. I don't know if I should keep the screen. What if I got a soap or a red in? So I think I'll keep it for a little bit.
1 bam, 8 crack, 8 bam, 3 crack,
Oh, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Okay, so we will be able to call whatever we want, either a 2 bam, a 2 dot, or a west. And we're kind of in a good position. I hope we can make one Maj tonight. We deserve one Maj tonight. All right, here we go.
green, 7 crack, red, 3 dot, 1 dot, 7 bam, 5 bam, 4 dot, 1 crack, 1 dot, south, 9 crack,
We got pass. Oh, that's one out there already.
3 bam, south, south, 9 bam,
Yay. Yazer. Okay, so there we have it. We have everything still in beautiful order. We are going to put all our eggs in this 2 bam as being the one because we got to get rid of something right now. So we will get rid of the 2 dot.
2 dot, 1 crack, north, south, 6 dot, west,
Okay, we're calling it. And we're going to say to them, go shopping.
call, 2 dot, joker swap, 7 bam,
Now we need a 2 bam, an east, a joker exchange. Lots of
8 bam,
ways.
5 bam, 9 bam, so 8 bam, 5 crack, 8 dot,
So I'm not thinking
red,
about anything. I'm just getting rid of everything that we get in, obviously.
8 dot, 5 crack, 1 crack, 5 bam, 8 dot, 6 bam, 7 crack, 6 crack, so 1 crack,
Guess what, you guys? We have Mahjong.
Mah Jongg,
Yay! We deserved that one because those first two were so hard. We gotta have at least one that makes sense. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Oh, Carol, you had all those comments come in. The last time I looked, I saw the comment about Carol's, no, Janet's daughter. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. We finally made it. All right, now, we're going to go ahead and start again. Let's look at what Joe was doing. Joe was doing like numbers with nines. Wes was doing 1, 3, 3, 5. And Agatha was doing 7, 8, 9 consecutive run. Wow, line 5. She was really in not a great situation here, but Joe wasn't bad. But still we
first
beat him
shuffle,
out. All right, we've got one joker to start. Let's see if we can work with our multiples this time, because I always try to work on them. Sevens, no other like numbers, but we've got lots of odd numbers this time right here going on. So that makes me happy, and that does make me happy about having those 7 dots for sure. We can hold the south for a little bit. No reason we have to rush and get rid of it right away. We could do this here. And we have a north and a south. So do we want to keep that for any reason? We do have a north-south 5, 7, 9 hand. And we have, which is a hard hand to make. I like to think in terms of, 5, 7, and then 7, 9, something in the pung, pung, kwang, kwang line 2B. So I would definitely want to keep those 9s if I could for that. And then we also have the concealed hand, which I love, the second from the bottom, which would use the pair of 5s. So I actually don't think I need the 3 at this point. Nice. Now we have all of that. North, south, 5, 7, 9. How pretty is that? It's really pretty. And if I keep that, let's talk this through right now. If I pass the 3, 9, and 5, and I get miraculously in 2 tiles that I need, I pass the 3, 5, and 9, and I get 2 in that I need, then I can break up the 5. If I'm thinking about it right, if I get in 2, no. If I pass this and I get 2 in that I need of the 3, I'd be stuck passing the pair. That's hard to wrap your brain around, and I am not kidding you. So I need to do a blind pass right now, or break this up, but I don't want to break that up. So I'm going to do a blind pass. Pray that this works out right. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, geez, they're both such pretty hands. Oh, let's look at them both. Second from the bottom on the right side, concealed hand. I need the flowers. I need the 5 and the 9, a tough hand, but it's pretty. It's really pretty. I have 3, 6, 7 toward that one. North and south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, of course. That one's exposed. That one was going to get my vote because, yeah, it's going to get my vote because it's an exposed hand over concealed. I wish I could keep track of both. Who knows? Maybe I'll get something back. So we're going to continue. And we're going to do, we do have like numbers with 5s. Agnes said something about pair of 5s too, but we have now 3 5s. So we have to continue though. We're going to continue. Oh, geez.
Second Charleston.
Same situation though. If I get into tiles, I could get stuck having to pass that. I have to break it up. Sadly. Sadly, I do. I'm not going to be too fretting about it. Oh my, that's really nice. Really nice. All right, so we are going to do this, and we have, look, we do have hands we'll be able to pivot to if we get soaps, or if maybe I need to keep that. What a pretty pass that is. Maybe I need to keep that in case I want to even think about the bottom concealed hand. We're in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, you guys, no matter what right now, it looks like. we're definitely got some really pretty stuff going on, but
Courtesy pass.
we need a lot of luck. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, those are Kongs, that 5 and 9, but it's still so pretty. I've got the pairs taken care of. I think I'm going to do 2.
Flower.
Nothing I would want right now. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're going to start with what we had left over here.
9 crack. 5 dot.
All right, we got some, oh, there's 1 5. Yikes.
7 crack. 1 dot.
Yikes. That helps a lot.
3 crack. East. 2 bam. 5 bam. 6 dot. 7 dot.
The 7 is a pair in that 5, 7, 9 north and south, so we don't need it.
3 bam. West. 4 bam. Green. 2 bam. 1 bam.
We're going to hold that for a little bit, even though we gave that one up when we called it because we didn't need it, but no, I don't think we're going to need it for any, just the bottom hand. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 with the dragons.
3 crack.
I don't
4
know how
dot.
that's going to come out.
3 crack.
But I see it.
6 bam.
Randy said do the concealed hand. Well, we don't have
9 crack.
enough yet.
West. 7 bam.
Oh, I just want to look at it. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I just want to look at it. I just want to see how it looks. Pair for the flower. We need the 1 dot. These would be our imaginary greens or reds, and we have 4 discards. So now we have north 5, 7, 9 and south, and it's really a no-brainer here. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I just wanted to look at it. So now we'll do the 3 dot and hope that we get one more good, oh, this one can go here. We'll hope that we can get one more good pick so that we can call the 5 dot as well as the 9 dot. Okay? All right.
3 dot.
We're good.
Red. 4 dot. 4 dot. 2 bam. 2 crack. 5 bam. 1 crack.
Kind of hoping
5
somebody
bam. 1 bam.
discards a flower. I'm holding that flower purposely so somebody discards one and somebody else puts up a joker. Remember that situation with Agatha and I got that exchange?
5 bam. 1 dot. 6 crack. 1 crack. 6 bam. So. 3 bam. North. 9 crack. North. 7 dot. 9 bam. Call. 6 bam.
I'm hoping somebody's going to give me some joker bait. Look at that.
Flower. East.
How that's lucky. I mean, that is luck. Making it all come together is skill. Picking in beautiful tiles is luck.
3 crack. 2 dot.
And if I didn't say it, we're looking at the 3rd line down under 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm getting rid of the flower now. We're almost into the 3rd end game part, and I don't want to keep it any longer than I have to.
Flower. Green. 1 crack. Red.
All right, which one's higher priority, the 5 or the 4? Well, let's see. We've got a 4 bam here. That's the only one that I see. 5 crack. I don't see any 5 cracks. And that says to me, you better dump it right now, girl. Because Agatha could need it for 5779. Joe or Wes, we don't know what they're doing.
5 crack. 6 dot. 5 dot.
We're calling that guy. That's for sure.
Ball. 4 bam. 8 bam.
Now we need a Joker exchange. Nope, the 5 dots out. Now we need a Joker pick. We need a 9 dot pick or call, and we'll be good to go.
Call. 7 bam. 2 crack.
Oh, I hate getting these flowers, but it's still 39 tiles. We're still not in the end game, and I would not break my hand up. I want to win.
Flower. West. 6 dot. East. 3 bam. 2 dot. 7 bam. Flower. Flower. 6 crack. 7 bam. So. 2 bam. 1 bam. Flower. Joker swap. 8 crack.
Here we go.
Mah Jongg.
Wow, wait. Yay. Nice to have a few hands that are not so confusing and complicated. Oh my God, let me see where our leaderboard is standing tonight. I'm in the lead at 85 points. Joe is right behind me, not right behind, but he's in second place. And Agatha, who is usually in the forefront, is just lagging tonight. I'm sorry about that, Agatha. I really am. Okay, we've got one more hand, time for one more game. Yes, Carol, I'm on a roll now. Finally, I need to have some kind. Gotta be on a roll once in a while, right? Okay, let's start again.
First Charleston.
Oh, did I look at their hands? I don't even know. I just get so hung up on. Oh, look at that. Look at all those pretty. I'm leaving those right there, by the way, because I'm going to fast track right now. I'm fast tracking. Okay. Well, what do I see right now? I see 3, 4, 5 with the matching dragons for consecutive run, 5th line down. I see the Wings and Dragons second line, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6 happening. Very nice. I even see 5, 7, 9 with the matching dragons. We're going to keep that too. Could nothing else really that I really want to keep. Let's see, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Maybe the 6 for 4 bam, 5 crack, 6 bam with the reds. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line down, the hand on the right side. Maybe, see, the more you see, the more you know, the more you maj. So we're going to do this and this and this. Okay, well, we talked about 5, 7, 9 with the matching dragon, right? Oh, we got a 6 now. We were thinking of maybe 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 with the matching dragons. Wow. Let me put it there so we could talk about it. Right there, not the 3 and 4. So 4 bam, 5 crack. Now the 4 bam would have to be a pair, so that's a little risky. I know we could do this and this. But the question is 5, 7, 9 with the matching dragons as opposed to the other is, I'd probably keep this since I have 1 toward that pair as opposed to, let's see, what was I going to do? 4, 5, 6, keeping the 6s. And then we have 5, 7, 9 with the reds. I can't keep everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 9. Oh my God, what am I going to get rid of? One of these. That's the only thing I could think of. At this point, this is my choice. Notice how I didn't even ask you guys. Another dragon. Another green. 4, 5, 6, 7, or 3, 4, 5, 6 is definitely looking like it's going to be what we're going to go for, or something else. 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6. All right. OMG. We're at the continue stage. We're at the continue stage. So here it is, 3, 4, 5, 6, one choice. This is how you create flexibility. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're talking about the second line in Winds and Dragons. That's how you have to expand your thinking. Okay. Now I am going to continue, although I have the 4 and the 5 and the 9. That's pretty too, but can't keep everything, and I got to continue. So I'm going to do for sure that, and I'll do, maybe we'll get something back if we want to keep it for something else, but I have to do something, right? I'm going to do these. And could keep that for 5, 7, 9, but then again, I gave that 5 away, so I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'll do that.
Courtesy pass.
No, the same stuff coming back. I am not upset about this hand, man. I need just a couple of jokers. But I can call the green and the red, and oh my God, we have a nice hand, line 2. I mean, how often do you get one hand pointing to one hand, one pretty hand right now? So let's see what our backup could be. We've got a hand with the dragons too. Maybe we'll hold these a little bit. I don't know. Silly, but I'll keep it for just a little bit.
2 bam. Flower. Flower.
Okay, we'll get rid of this.
4 bam. 4 dot. So.
No jokers,
2 dot.
no call. No jokers.
3 dot. 7 dot. South. West. 4 bam. 5 crack.
Actually, the 4 crack. Well, I have one 4 crack in my hand, so that. Okay, there we go.
South. 1 dot.
We gave up on that baby, and somebody has
9
it.
crack. 7 dot.
See, somebody kept that, so I'm happy. I didn't do 5, 7, 9, because I would have been holding a tile that would have been getting hotter and hotter. Oh, yay.
4 crack. Green.
All right, we're going to call that for a pung because we can.
Call. East.
We're doing
9
line
bam.
2, Winds and Dragons. Winds and Dragons, hoping to get a 2 or a 6 here in this hand.
6 bam. 7 bam.
6, no, it wouldn't matter because if I kept that, it doesn't matter because the 6 will do it for 3, 4, 5. So we don't really need that. So we'll get rid of this. It doesn't matter, but both of them. Oh, actually, this one is more important to go out.
8 crack. 5 dot. 6 dot. 7 bam. East. 6 crack. 5
There's a
bam.
6 crack that went out. Darn it. Wish I was one tile ready to.
East.
Had one more exposure or one more tile, we could have done that.
1 bam. 8 crack. 3 dot. Green.
Okay, that was my call. Nice.
South.
So
West.
what are we waiting on? A 2 crack or a 6 crack?
North. Flower.
We don't need that. Let's talk about the Joker strategy. This is a really nice strategy. And actually, we don't need this anymore, right? We don't need it at all because the 6 is good without it. So I mean, why was I keeping that for 5, 7, 9 at some point, I guess. So we don't have to worry about doing anything with the Joker strategy I was going to talk about. But if we needed that, keep that 7 in our hand, let's just say we needed it, right? Right now, most of you would be throwing out a Joker. And then everybody knows that I'm waiting on a single tile. Do they know what I'm waiting on? No. It's going to create a lot of tension. They could start looking at the tiles and get an idea of what I may be playing, but it's hard unless they're really, really good tile counters, which I'm not good at that, really. I mean, I recognize a lot of stuff, but that I'm just not great at. But if we don't want to say we are waiting on a single, which tells them we are looking at more than likely line number 2 in Winds and Dragons, maybe line number 2 in 2026. Okay. They might start getting rid of stuff. They may take chances and dump things that they think I might need for 2026 for those singles. But because I'm not going to go jokerless at this point, I doubt I'm going to go jokerless. I'm not going to even take a chance. Instead of doing that, if I get rid of the red, kind of throws people off. Because then they might be thinking, I could be doing 2, 4, 6, 8, even line number 4. Okay, so that's what I do. I would do that. I could do the soap as well, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to do the red, and I still have the jokers to cover everything. I'm just not going to get rid of the joker. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I just rambled about that, but I don't need to do that right now because we wouldn't do that because we still need a tile. So right now we wouldn't do a joker. I went through all of that saying what if, right? Okay, so now we have the 7. We don't have to do that, but I explained that whole thing to you. Now you know. We get rid of the 7. We're still on call for a 2 crack or a 6 crack.
7 crack. Call. 2 dot.
Oh, that was a good reason to get rid of that baby.
North.
I hope I'm going to get this here.
West. West. 2 dot.
2 crack or
East.
6 crack? 2
1 dot. Call. 2 dot.
6 crack. Oh, Joker exchange. There, Joker exchange there. Oh my goodness gracious. We would only do a Joker exchange if we know that there would be one available and there's one out. So if we did get it, we could do it. I don't know. There's another whole thing with that too, but I'm hoping we get Mah Jongg right now.
Flower.
7.
7 dot. 4 bam. North. 5 dot. North. 1 crack. 4 crack. Joker swap. 5 dot.
Jeez. 2, how many are out? 3, 4. Okay.
Flower. 1 bam. 4 crack. 4 bam.
Everything but what I need.
9 bam. 1 crack. 1 bam. 8 dot. 9 bam. 1 crack. 8 bam. 2 crack.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there's our Mah Jongg.
Mah Jongg.
I did want to explain that whole Joker thing. It's definitely better when it's in a real life situation. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you, everybody watching from YouTube who've joined in. We had 32 watching from YouTube. I don't even know how many in Zoom here. a bunch in Zoom, and it was so much fun. I thank you so much for your support. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please head over to MahjCon, MahjCon, and subscribe. Click the bell so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and all that good stuff. Thank you, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you next week. And practice, practice, practice in the meantime.